need you to do is have your pencil in your hand, and whenever I write anything on this chart, I want you to write it too. Okay, so you're just going to, whatever I write, you're going to write. And I should have given you these. I'm sorry. Let me get, who wants to help me give things out? Okay, come here. You're going to give these protractors out, one to every 2 people. So you're going to lay it between them. Thank you so much. Okay. Now, you have your pencil in hand, right? All right. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about something. I think you've already started, you've done some things with this. And if you have, that's okay. What is this standard about? Angles. Look on your paper. It tells it at the top of the one that has the drawing on it. Use informal arguments to establish facts about. I left all the other part off on mine, but we're going to be talking about the angles created when parallel lines are cut by a transversal. So you've seen that before? Yeah, I know you have because I see evidence in here, so that's good. Do you know how to use a protractor? No. Oh, good. See, one new thing. What we're going to do is we're going to be talking about these. We're going to be talking about angle relationships. So I want you to, on your paper, label your angles the way I do, and it's important that you label the way I do because we're going to use them. We're going to have to be talking about them the same way. So I need this one to be A. So go ahead and do that. B. C is going to be here, and D is going to be here. E, F, G, H. Just label them that way. It doesn't really matter how they're labeled as long as we're all the same, because I want them the same because we're going to talk about them. We're going to talk about angles, and I want to make sure we're all talking about the same angle. So everybody have theirs done? Look at your partner sitting next to you and make sure theirs looks just like yours, and it looks just like this one. Okay, the standard talks about parallel lines. Where are the parallel lines? Thank you for your help. I think you're the only one paying attention. I'm just kidding. Talk, guys, it's okay. The parallel lines are the ones that are like this. How do we know they're parallel? What do we know about these two? He said these two are parallel. Let me write I'll just lay my marker down. Thank you. How do we know they're parallel?
There's 2 lines that never intersect.
Right. They never meet, do they? Just keep going. All right? So what is this line called? This is called the what? Thank you. This is called the transversal. Write this down, please. Anything I write on here, write on your paper. So anytime you see this, and you're sure they're parallel, and on my chart I tried to draw them as parallel as possible. I even measured everything. They still didn't look like it. So, do they look parallel to you guys from way back there? Okay. Anytime you see 2 parallels cut by transversals, there are relationships that you know as soon as you look at them. And I want you to prove those to me. So what I want you to do today is on your paper, you've labeled your angles. On your paper, I want you to use your protractor to measure your angles and tell me what you figured out about the angles. Like, are there any equal to each other? Are there any kind of relationships? Figure those out. But there's a second part. On this page, if you get to this, on this page are some terms. Now, if you don't get to this, it's okay, because all I want you to do at first is I want you just to use your protractor to measure all the angles and see if you can tell me any kind of relationships. Are there any qualities or any of that? Then, when you think you have them all, I want you to read these. Gosh, look at all these terms. Have y'all seen all these? I just took yours, didn't I? My bad. Have y'all seen these corresponding angles, all these? I want you to read the definitions and see if you can tell me any from yours that fit any of these relationships. Does that make sense? So if you need your notebook, or you can write on the back of this, you can write on the bottom of this. The people that close are going to put some up here. So once you once you do it, let's say you see a pair of supplementary angles, you're going to record it. So just record whatever you find. But guess why you only have one protractor? Because you have a partner. So you and your partner have to do it together. But I want you both to measure all the angles, so do it together and make sure you agree. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you measure this angle? Measure that angle right there. Ooh, what did you do this? What is that? No, don't you erase that? That's beautiful, I love it. Just leave it there for right now, I won't mess with you. Measure this angle. What is A? How do we measure it on here? You can't mess up because I've called it the wrong thing. You can't be worse than that. Okay, so we're measuring this angle. Okay, so you have it there, right? Okay, let me hold it for you. Now, we'll measure this angle, right? So put it here. Okay. So where does it cross?
Are you asking me?
Both of you, you're partners. I'm partners. You're partners. Let's see. Look, we just did this one, so let's look at this line right here. Where does it cross? About, and you can kind of guess. See where it is right here. So what else? What else is equal to A?
Oh, okay. C.
Okay. What else? There's more than just C.
E and G.
Okay. So write those down. And then when you think you have all the ones that are the same, I might have y'all close on this chart up here so y'all be ready. When you have all, when you have all the ones that are the same, then see if you can find these terms and see if you can find some of those. So have y'all found out all the ones are equal? Okay, what else besides A, C, what else is equal? Why did you have to measure them all? Because I did ask you to.
To double check your answer, make sure you
Oh, love it. Okay, so what if I said that D and E have a relationship? What is that relationship?
Same side, interior.
Yeah.
How do you know it's interior, not exterior?
Same side parallel lines.
Let's see, that's a good one. No, yeah, I asked these. What are these? What is
So do
D?
you want us to
What
do
is D
those
and E?
relationships?
Yeah, do different relationships because I'm going to have y'all put some up probably in a minute. So find me some vertical angles. What are vertical angles?
We did E and F equal 180 degrees because they're supplementary, and A and B equal 180, H and G equal 180, and D and C equal 180.
And then we did the same side interior angles, and that was C and F and D and E.
Can y'all point terms we can't see right yet? I made the chart too small. Point to the ones you just said.
So C and F and then D and E are both same side interior angles.
Because they're inside of the parallel lines. And alright, F and H equal, F and H are vertical, and B and D are vertical.
And then we did, and the pink is supposed to be equals to 40 degrees, so A and C and then E and G both equal 40 degrees, and the blue is equal to 140, so B and D and F and H are both equal to 140 degrees. That's about it.
Alright, does anyone have any questions? Brooke?
If the two lines are not parallel, do the angle relationships still work?
These two lines are not parallel to...
Angles are not.
I don't know, what do you think?
They don't work because they wouldn't be supplementary.
Okay, y'all, do y'all understand the question? Ask it again. You ask it loud enough, but ask it so these guys up here hear you.
If the two lines are not parallel, do the angle relationship still work?
All this stuff you're learning, if they're not parallel, do they still work? Y'all help us with it.
No, they do not work.
And she said no. Anybody else want to tell us why they don't work? What do you think?
Okay, so there's two parallel lines here. So if one of them is turned like this way or that way, then the space between the transversal is going to be changed.
And that's an important concept to understand because I saw that on the test question. Had one that they were not parallel and people tried to use these rules. So remember, it only works when what?
The lines are parallel.
Okay, if you'll just say thank you.
Thank you.
That tells the rest of you to raise your hand for a new question.
Michaela?
What is the relationship between D and G?
Okay, y'all point to them so we can all see.
B and G or D?
G. It's a vertical line. Yeah, because
She said
Okay, point to D.
so.
And point to G.
G, so
They would be.
I want to say vertical. Yeah. I think. It's a vertical line, I think.
Are they? They said they're vertical. Are they vertical?
Well, I thought they were supplementaries. Because when they add up, they equal 180 and they make a straight angle. They're not.
Yeah, it's supplement.
How many of y'all got confused with that? I asked a lot of people this. They were the first group that got it. What is D and G? Look at them. Why did they tell you that? What did they say they were?
Supplementary.
Because
I see it now.
G and D equal 180 degrees.
who else can tell us another relationship that's a lot like that? They said D and G equals 180 if you put them together. Anybody see another set of supplementary that are not together?
H and A.
You think it's H and A? Look, put your fingers on H and A. What? Tell us some more. I heard H and C. Let's see. 3.
Yeah.
Anybody else see more? E and something?
E and D.
So I'm hoping you got, they don't have to be together on the line. That's the Okay, somebody else ask a question?
Can you call him someone?
Andrew.
Okay, listen, this is a biggie. Listen to this one.
What if we move the transversal to make E equal to 85 degrees? What would the measure of F be?
Can you repeat the question, please?
What if we move the transversal to make E equal to 85 degrees? What would the measure of F be?
Would be like
So he's saying you just move the whole transversal. Ooh, which way would you move it to make E 85?
You have to move
you'd
it.
have to put it this way. You'd have to go this way.
Oh, probably. That's a good Did anybody hear that?
I think.
Do y'all know? Is anybody trying to figure it out? I know one person in here is trying to figure it out. Probably that person. If E is 85 degrees, let's say we move the transversal to make E 85, what is F? Is that the question?
Yeah, like it'd be equal to 85.
Do y'all know? Y'all figure it out?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Okay. What do you think it is?
95.
You think it's 95? Is that right?
Yeah, whoever said 95.
Who said that, Matt? Tell us how you know.
Still in minus.
Now, y'all can tell, that's your partner.
Go ahead, say it. Go.
Go ahead.
I just subtracted 85 from 180
Because, why did you subtract it from 180?
because right here on the line it equals 180, and if you move the over, you have to subtract the 85 from 180 to get 95.
Is he right?
Yeah.
And thank you for doing that. I can tell y'all. We're just having a breakdown.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Yeah. All right. Anybody else have a question?
His name is
Miles.
If someone says two angles are equivalent, what would that tell you about their placement of the transversal?
They're on the same side of the line.
This is a biggie. This has lots of answers.
They're on the same side of the line.
Is that what it means? What did she say? If two sides, read the question again. Y'all, I want all of y'all to think about this. Read the question again.
If someone says two angles are equivalent, what would that tell you about their placement of the transversal?
It could be lots of things. Do you guys know books do? Try it. Think about it. I asked lots of groups this. If I said two angles are the same, are congruent, equivalent, they have the same measure, what does that mean about them? What could it mean? What could I be saying they are? You know. Somebody else knows. What does that mean?
There's no bells.
No, don't move. You're not dismissed. Somebody's got to tell me one or you're not going. Tell me one. Thank you. Yeah, they are. What is it? What did you say? Somebody said something? No, don't back up. Don't move. Okay, I want you to think about that. Write that question down. Write it down.